Some people like to think that silence is peace,
And sometimes silence can be protection.
and sometimes silence can be out of fear.
But also, silence can be a punishment.
And who being punished?
I don't know.
Mm. All right, I ain't got nothing else to say because I'm triggered.
No, me neither.
Mm. I guess on this episode of the Mouthies, the weight of silence.
Talk that truth, baby. Mouthy's in the room, Miss Mouthy's fire. Mr. Mouthy's crew, unfiltered love, boundaries and doom. R&B vibes, let the healing resume. Every medicine it do.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Miss Mouthy.
And this your boy, Mr. Maldy.
And together we
We
are
are
the
the Maldies.
Mouthies.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back. Oh my God,
It's
it's
been a long
May.
time. I
I
shouldn't
should
have
have
left
left you.
you.
Left
Hey,
you.
but I don't eat the step to, step to, step to, step to. Hey.
Okay. Where you
Yo.
been, y'all?
Hey, we've been learning and growing and evolving
Yes,
and making some changes. That's what we've been doing.
absolutely. We've been getting it out the mud.
No, for real, for real.
Okay.
We needed to reset, y'all. We need to reset.
Absolutely, which actually took us on a vacation.
Uh-huh.
We had went to the Dirty Nola,
Mm-hmm. We
New
had a time. A
Orleans.
time was had for
A
sure.
time was had.
Yes.
All the things. But thank y'all so much for tuning in to this episode of the Mouthies.
Yes.
We wanted to entitle this episode "The Way to
The
Silence."
weight of silence.
You know,
Ooh, let's talk about it.
sometimes it's better. My mama used to always say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing
Nothing at
at
all.
all.
Yeah, I gotta learn that. I'm
Oh,
still learning, y'all.
you know, and sometimes just silence is after an automatic response for myself. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we also had the pleasure of doing a photo shoot.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, we did. And the
This like our
photos came
second
out.
one this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it came out good, and I was looking spectacular. And
It
of course, you was
was.
looking sexy as
Thank
usual,
you.
my
Those
love.
pictures were just coming out, you
Yeah.
know. I was in my new I don't know, I think I'm in an evolved era, babe.
Oh,
Like I'm in a
2.0.
new
Miss
yeah.
Naughty 2.0, y'all. Yeah.
Okay. Um and it's just been good. It's just been good to sit in it and evolve.
Together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say we're currently learning in this state, and why did we entitle this episode The Way to Silence?
Um, for me personally, I would say that we have been revealing a lot of our truths.
Yeah.
Um, in unveiling the uncomfortability of those truths and knowing that although we may think that silence is something that is protecting us, it's actually hurting us in the long run because that can send all type of mixed signals and it allows the other person to assume what's going on instead of actually know.
Yeah, one of the things I realized was that like silence ain't always peaceful as people like to portray it is. And I think what we have been experienced recently, I think when you get into this platform industry pedestal, whatever you want to call it,
Mm.
people like to, we've been seeing in the comments, oh, my favorite couple, this, and it's like that shit is illusion.
Yeah.
We have to put in real work in order to show up and like love on each other in the ways that we see, but like silence, oh,
Mm.
sometimes the things you're not saying actually sound louder than the words that you say.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Um, and being able to watch your person and seeing that their body language tells a story as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But we have become so accustomed to trying to do things on our own. But when you're in a marriage, it's
Yeah.
nothing that you have to do alone. It's
Yeah.
always a together. And that's what I'm definitely learning in this marriage. That
Absolutely.
it's not me and it's not you. It's
Together.
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I think this episode encompassed so many different things. I know that there was at one point in time when we was thinking like, yeah, we're gonna get into the studio and make the episode
Mm-hmm.
where we had a direction around what it looked like for childhood trauma coming into play with our silence as well. And then
Yeah.
there was the aspect of silence in our relationship and
Hmm.
all of these different components I'm excited for us to get into.
Let's get
So
into it.
yeah. Okay, well let's just start off with um I don't want to say a game, therefore
Mm.
let's just start off with what have we learned in this current stage of our marriage, because we done left the people what our last episode
Was in
was.
February, but
Yeah.
not even February. We had a interview in February that went out with Black Eye Magazine. Shout out Black Eye Magazine.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. If y'all have not seen that, please go look on YouTube. It's definitely there. Put the
Absolutely.
link in the bio for sure.
We gonna schedule some time to have them on the pod and
Oh
come
yeah.
talk about all the amazing things that they're doing. Um, yeah, I think one of the things I feel like we're currently learning is how to be truthful. And I know that sounds like what?
Mm,
Um, but the truth could also, as freeing as the truth can be, it
mm.
can also be so damaging.
Oh my God. You got to
Yeah.
be ready for it. When they say
Yeah.
you can't handle the truth, you can't handle the truth. Not for real. Like I couldn't even handle my own truth.
Yeah.
But in this marriage, the privilege is being able to tell that truth and it not be used against me.
Yeah.
And now I'm more free than I've ever been because I know that silence has only done more damage than good.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of being silent. I'm ready to just spit it all.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think for me, it's about when you run out of words to say, I
Mm.
think as a lady, we try and figure out so many, okay, let's not genderless. As a person, you
Hmm.
run out of sometimes in a relationships the word to say or how to convey what some can perceive as a point, but really it's an understanding.
Hmm.
I was trying to figure out all the different ways I could get you to understand me. Um, to the point where my vocabulary and my vernacular had
It
just
just
ran
ran
out.
out.
Yeah.
It's done
It was
dry.
just like shit. Oh well,
Hmm.
everybody grown. All right, so let's get into it, Mr. Mouthy. What's
Yeah.
the first aspect you want to kind of get into?
Um, I just want to talk about like how silence can definitely change a relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and how those childhood schemas are a part of that. Going through therapy, learning about myself, learning how much I still need to grow in certain areas. Um, I wasn't digging deep enough into the person that I wanted to become. Right, I was only scratching the surface. I was only as long as I'm not doing this, I'm good. As long as I'm not, you know, physically being with another person,
Yeah,
I'm good. As long as I'm not going upside their head, I'm good.
yeah,
But without being able to tell my entire truth, I created distance between us.
yeah,
And then I started behaving in a way that was unbecoming of what a husband should be. I was seeking attention from outside sources, even though that was not my intention. But
yeah,
because I was being silent or I felt like I could not be my true self with my partner, um, I attracted that outside of the marriage, and that caused more damage than it ever had before. And so, um, unfortunately, it took a incident to happen before I could,
oh, you
uh,
just be okay.
yeah,
Go
incident happened before I
ahead.
could actually understand how much I was hurting my partner,
Yeah,
and that cheating is not just physical; it's emotional. It's
it's betrayal
it's
too.
betrayal. Yeah, yeah, and again, not knowing how that would affect my marriage because I was only thinking selfishly. I was thinking that as long as I'm not doing ABC, I'm good. But not realizing that my ABC is contributing to my partner's mental health as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, thank you. I think one of the things I can appreciate that I see in this season is that you are in a journey of accepting what all the steps of accountability looks like,
yeah,
and it makes it easier and owning your truth, right, and reclaiming whatever power it is that needs to be brought back.
yeah,
And in therapy, I have been able to appreciate the vulnerable side of you that I can't get as a wife, just asking you like, "Hey, what's up?" Or you kind of always want me to know, "Oh, it's okay. I got it. I ain't going to show no weakness," or whatever the case
mm,
may be. But when we in therapy and it creates this space, it's like, "Oh, I can see you as a human, right?"
yeah,
Um But also but why I said the word betrayal is because I like to think I'm a real chill, open bitch. Like it is nothing that when I decided to commence this life with you
Mm,
that I wanted you to shy away from. I think one of the things that attracted me the most was always your ability to be honest and forthcoming and forthright. Those things were the things that really made me be like, this here is different. So when it's your person,
mm,
you absolutely feel the disconnect. It is like, wait, something is off. I
mm.
don't know what it is. And the only thing you can do is ask this person like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think it's also um just not being afraid. I was living in fear. I was living in shame. I was living in guilt. With some of the things that would come to the forefront that I was afraid to say, thinking that you would walk away from me and
Yeah.
abandon me like other people have done previously in my life. Um, and although it's unfortunate that these things had to happen in order for us to grow, I'm glad that it happened so that we could evolve and be where we're at today.
Yeah.
Um, and I just realized, I'm gonna be real, y'all. I was taking advantage of my wife. I was taking advantage of my wife. I knew exactly who I wanted to marry, and I know I had to lock her down because she was special. I was like, this woman is like out of this world, amazing.
Thank
And
you.
if I don't marry her and lock her down right now, someone else is gonna have the opportunity, and I can't let it happen. But I wasn't ready. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real.
Yeah.
I was not ready to love her in the way that I thought she deserved to be. That she knew that she deserved to be loved.
Yeah.
I can only love her um to the degree that I knew how to love.
Yeah.
And that wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the relations that I was in before, they didn't evolve me in a way that I could love her the way that she needed to.
Yeah.
So
Cause tell them about what you first asked me when you met me.
what I
What
first
I
asked
was
you,
looking for. Yeah.
yeah, I did. I asked you what you was looking for. You was very straight up. You said a husband.
Okay.
Um,
And what that say on your shirt?
they say hubby,
Okay.
and I'm wearing this
Okay.
okay as a
Okay.
reminder because as a man that wears many hats, as a student, as a ambassador, as a activist, as a father, a brother, and all the things. Sometimes what my wife was telling me was that I was not prioritizing our marriage.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm a husband. Yes, a title. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm protecting her. She financially be good and all those things, but I was neglecting her emotionally.
Yeah.
And then when I would go to school or be in certain environments and will hold the door open for other women or hey, you dropped your pencil,
Yeah.
starting a
Hmm.
conversation. Now growing up a southern man from Miami, right? I was thinking that those things were just being a gentleman, right? You hold the door open, you be nice, you be courteous. But on the flip side, I wasn't realizing that how I may have been planting seeds in these young ladies' eyes or in their minds, being nice, or maybe they don't know what chivalry is, and I was attracting the wrong type of individuals
Yeah.
that were not aligned with who I want to be as a man. But it was the ego that was tripping. It was the fact that they could be vulnerable with me, and I felt like I was super saving a hoe.
Hmm.
And ain't no hoes I need to be saving.
You love saving
I
hoes.
do did
N-
did come on. Let's
okay.
let's reel it back in. I was used to
And there is a many
saving.
heroes to be saving these hoes. You are not the only Superman, okay, babes?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Um,
your Superman.
thank you, and I'm your
Yes.
only hoe,
Yeah.
okay? That you need to be focused on. But no, and I say that because it's important that a lot of women I'm seeing in society love fucking married men. And
Yeah.
they love the attention from married men because they know ultimately what he's going back to in like what they say, ruin a happy home. And it's like, no, it's not, bitch. You took the key from under the mat because you knew we needed that key and you walked yourself in the house,
Yeah.
girl. Nobody invited you over here. But I also think it's a level of, as a woman, I had to take accountability too in our society, because I felt like we were married, there was a level of protection that I had. So I didn't care about posting. I don't care about
Mm,
putting us out to the public eye. But at the same time, too, it's like dangling a shiny carrot in front of a rabbit for bitches
Sometimes,
who got low
sometimes.
self-esteem, no man, and just a desire to feel any form of love, or can't differentiate the difference between sexual pleasure
Hmm.
and actual emotional relationships. And so when they just see another woman being loved right and how they think about, oh, I'm better than her, I feel like I'm prettier than her,
Hmm.
I should have what she have. It ain't even about me.
Right, right, right.
It ain't about you either, but it's
Hmm.
just the fact of I like how he's treating her.
Right,
Let me go ahead and figure out how he can do that for me
right.
as well.
And they can have that, right? Like I can't stop someone or control someone from thinking or feeling or being a certain way,
Absolutely.
but I have to set the hard boundaries.
Hmm.
Men, set the boundaries, because if you don't, that's how women are able to come in that door of opportunity. Even though you may think that you're not opening that door, by something can be simple as a conversation or a compliment can turn into something totally different. So be
Hmm.
careful how y'all moving out here, especially us married men. We got to protect our women when we in front of their face and when we not.
That's the integral part. And I
Yeah.
think it's the same with women. Like, I have moments where I feel like when I'm with you, I'm able to be more protected. But I
Mhm.
fuck up, when I'm blowing kisses to niggas, or whether the voodoo was hitting, period, regardless. No, for real. I don't know what that moment was. Like, literally, y'all, I was just like, the elevator doors were closing, and I was just feeling like Marilyn Monroe or somebody going on this.
And I'm on the elevator with her, mind you. And I'm standing on the left side of her, and I just see, all right, bye, and the blow a kiss, and the door
Yeah,
closed. And I was like,
it
what
was
the
just
fuck?
like I was at my own concert, and that like dramatic, but then it clicked like, bitch, you
What
just
the?
blew a
Yeah,
kiss at somebody
yeah.
that ain't a woman. I don't think it would have mattered gender, but it was an extra because it was a man. And I was like, oh my God, how can I sit here and talk about all of this shit that he be doing, and I just blew a kiss?
Let
What
me
is
would have blew a kiss. I'd have
y'all?
got.
I wanted to look
Nah,
at
she
that
wouldn't
drink and say, what is in this?
have. Nah, don't blame that on no
Nah,
drink.
what is in this? Cause baby, yeah, but I immediately
And
apologized when I
that,
felt
yeah,
the yeah,
and I think that's the difference, right? That you can do something, I can name it in real time, you can apologize for it without being on defense, and we move forward.
yeah.
I was doing the opposite,
Mm, mm.
How you gonna ding on me? Look, this is a moment of truth. I've been
I'm glad we can laugh about it
yeah,
now.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
no. Um, but yeah, I'm happy that those things came to a head,
yeah,
because if not, where would we be?
yeah.
And for the first time, I saw you crash out. Um, and normally I would have been like, "Oh no, she crazy. I'm about to go," but I had to sit in that and realize that you caused this. I
Yeah,
caused that crash out.
yeah,
Um, and it just it took me somewhere different. It took me to a place where can I live without my person?
yeah.
Um, and then everything just started opening up for me. And I tell you, the funny thing is, the moment I realized that I wanted to be committed and
Hmm.
recommitted to you in this marriage was not getting mad when I smelled your shit.
Yeah, yeah,
You use the
yeah.
bathroom, and I normally, like, y'all, for real, like I
He is
have.
just such
Don't
a.
do me. Listen, can I
Okay, go ahead.
look?
On your truth.
I just don't like smells. I don't even like my own smells. I can use the bathroom. I'm like, oh my god, man, can you hurry up? To myself. So imagine me being around other people fumes. You know what I'm saying? But there was a moment where I went in the bathroom and I was like, you know what? This not even making me mad. I am so blessed to be able to even smell my wife's shit, as opposed to not
Ah,
having the opportunity to
yeah,
be anywhere near her. And the fact that I could lose that by my own selfishness, by my own inability to want to learn and live in my truth, is absurd. And so not only did I choose me, I chose this marriage. And any of you hoes, don't try it because it ain't happening. You still gonna be right there left in the DMs, in the inboxes, and
yeah.
and on the friend request. There's no disrespect. I'm pretty sure you're a wonderful person and you have a good heart and all those things. but there is nothing that we need to be talking about. And especially if you're not my wife friend, you can't be my friend either.
Yeah. I think
Period.
it's just hard for men. I could see where it's a double-edged sword, where it's hard for men to differentiate the difference of behaviors of years of for years they tell these men go out here and have sex and long as you got a condom and be a playboy, but they never really teach them the emotional responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
What's it mean when you open yourself up emotionally or romantically to another
Right.
individual?
Right.
And so there's no judgment, but I do think it's a level of more men needing to come to the forefront to heal, hold
Mm-hmm.
each other accountable, and just say that if we love these black women in return and we want these women to keep showing up in a certain type of way, what can we do to better support them so that uh they're not looking like how our mamas was or our
Mm-hmm.
aunts or just this hardness that women have to endure, because I was finding myself like not understanding what the problem was
Mm-hmm.
but being mad that there was some unnamed problem that I couldn't quite put my finger
Mm-hmm.
on. So I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, let
Right.
me just sit here and be quiet.
Right. And it wasn't your responsibility, right? But you helped me get there.
Yeah.
And although it was uncomfortable, I didn't want to hear it. I internalized a lot of those things. I thought that it was you just being controlling. It was only until I had to look within myself and say, no, she's turning this to something that you haven't seen before because you are something that she's never seen before.
Yeah.
And so I had to check my attitude at the door. Even in an argument when I was like, what? Remember that time? And I was like, tell me all the bad stuff about me.
Oh
I wanna
yeah.
know. Tell me all the bad stuff. And I'm petty, y'all.
Yeah,
So
he is.
I wrote a note, like, cause I want to hear this. And initially I was doing it to be petty, but in the midst of it, it was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like I am these things.
Yeah.
I'm these things. I'm manipulative. I'll be lying. I'll be doing all these things. And I wasn't okay with it.
Yeah.
And that was the moment where I said, just because I am these things, I don't have to continue to be these
Yeah.
things.
Because
Yeah.
one of the hardest things was even in that moment telling you what I felt like I was experiencing by you. I
Mm,
never wanted you to be the person that caused me harm. That's why in the beginning I would tell you all the things not to do to me. But sometimes I think we sign a silent warrant for people to get exactly what they want to do out of us. That way to keep us in the line, right?
yeah.
Like historically, we have seen how women are supposed to be corrected, whether that's slapping her, cheating on her, whatever the case may be, to dim her down in a way or make her feel that she should be praising
Hmm.
any man that comes into her life. That's not my ish. That's not my niche. I don't, you, and that, it's not saying that I need a man to be over the moon and this incredible, all the things, but I think it's worth a conversation to say that, hey, I need you to check that you're not loving me the way that I once know you to love me, and I don't want to accept this for myself.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, for me, I did not know how to show up emotionally.
yeah,
Although I had a two-parent household, both working, a lovely family, all the things, right? I saw my dad go to work, give mama the paycheck, and that was that. He
yeah,
had his little funds to do what he needed to do. He didn't have a lot of friends. He went to church on his Saturday, and that was it. Um, so when it came to how do you express yourself, I never saw that how a man should express themselves.
yeah,
I never saw the proper way or the moral way. I learned from my own experiences, and those were not the greatest, especially when I left out of my parents' home and I thought I was grown, I could do whatever I wanted to do
hmm,
and all of these things. So I had to unlearn a lot of the things that I was taught for survival
yeah,
and to learn that I'm not surviving right now. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I'm in a healthy relationship. I'm in a loving relationship, and it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to express myself because my wife is going to uh, provide that soft space for me to lay on my
absolutely,
head and cry and just be everything that I need.
yeah. And same, I grew up with a single mom for a long time that like as men came and go before she met her husband, her response in communication was yelling, being irate, and then walking the fuck off. Like, I'm gonna say
Mm,
whatever the fuck I want to say to you,
mm,
and then I'm gonna leave. And so I just always thought that that was a thing, or I thought that communication was just two people passionately yelling all the time. And it's
yeah.
like, damn, why can't y'all show me? Because when y'all not yelling, y'all quiet as fuck. So
Hmm.
now that I'm older, it's like, did y'all really genuinely like each other as people?
Right.
Were y'all connected to the routine of things? Like, what was it?
Yeah.
And for me, that was just something I never wanted to have between us, because it's like, I mean, in the beginning, I think when we both was setting down our roots, it was like, okay, we'll see how communication comes up from our
Mm,
previous relationships. But then it was like, no, I get to choose that I don't want to show up this way. Like,
yeah.
if you want to be crazy and do all the things, go right ahead. But I'm gonna leave you
Yeah, right
to
where
the
you at.
bullshit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And you set that boundary, and I love that. I
thank you.
appreciate it.
I think one of the things that I'm really learning, babe, through therapy with us is to differentiate the difference of silent treatment versus needing space.
Mm,
And
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
those things for me was feeling really similar,
Okay.
because when I knew I needed space, I didn't know how to name that without feeling like I wanted to make you feel rejected
Mm,
or bring up any abandonment thing, or simply I didn't even feel like I was deserving of having any personal space. Like, what, you asked this man to marry you, and now y'all here in a marriage, how
mm,
do you need space?
yeah.
But not recognizing that as a person, it is healthy for everybody to have their own individual space and needs. It wasn't until I started seeing you pop out that I'm like, well, bitch, why don't I get outside? Why don't
Mm,
I, you can't just sit in your person all the time,
mm.
especially when y'all not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But communication is key, right? And that's one thing I appreciate about it. Like we can have our differences, but we can actually in real time practice
Yeah.
what makes us better
Yeah.
people. So when you tell me, all right, I'm about to walk away now. I don't have anything else to say. I'm about to go to the room. And even though I'll be inside, like, what you mean? You don't want to talk to me? Ugh. But I can't do nothing, right?
Yeah.
Because you communicated healthily. You protected your own boundaries. You said it, and I can do nothing but respect it. But when
Yeah.
you walk away and don't say nothing at all, then that's when it gives me this space where I'm like, okay, what's she doing?
Yeah.
She who she talking to?
Yeah.
She finna leave me. What I'm doing? I'll be gone. I'll be panicking.
Ah.
Ah. So
But
yeah.
then when you don't say shit, it's just
Mm,
like, oh, you don't care. You
mm,
don't give a fuck. I done told you all these things, and you just sit in my face and you don't got nothing to say. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
nothing I said hit home.
yeah.
Or the fact that the moments where you challenge me to speak past my comfort, like how you come to me and you say, okay, babe, I've given some time, can we have this conversation right now? And then, as much as I might still be in my feelings,
Mm,
it's like, you know what? He's coming from a loving place. Let me challenge myself to try and not avoid whatever we need to get over so we can get back to
yeah,
the
yeah.
good part.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. I think one thing to be noted is our trauma responses in our relationship had
Mm,
came up a lot. One of the things I'm proud of that we did not trauma bond over, was sexual assault and sexual
mm,
abuse
mm.
while growing up. I think that was important to recognize, but also we didn't weaponize each other's experience to like make each other feel bad about what it is. It actually helped me be able to understand why me and you both react in the ways that we
Or
do.
gravitate to a sexual thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would say that as well. Because sexual trauma is rooted in a lot of my decisions that I have made previously,
Yeah.
right? I think that's where that super saver whole complex comes from. Being used in that way and equivalating sex to equal love or sex to equal acceptance.
Yeah.
So in my journey of exploring my transitions coming out of unsteppedness, being in these different environments at school or wherever I'm at, those are the things that I'm reminded of when I'm facing these different entities. And I have to learn how to separate
Yeah.
who I used to be and who I am trying to be.
Yeah.
Uh,
I appreciate that. And more than anything, the process that we've, even though all these things considered, you can never change your story, but we have been able to turn a page where the things we've been through sexual trauma have been healing in us, and we created a new way of even indulging in with each other
mhm,
sexually in
mhm,
that way. Like, we don't have sex when we upset. We don't try and use sex as a thing to like glaze over the issues. um yeah, we naturally say it and try and be more affirming in the situation. And
ooh, cause I would use sex for everything. Oh,
yeah,
I got a headache. Let's have sex. Oh,
yeah,
I'm high. Let's have sex. Oh, I'm hungry. Let's have sex.
yeah, like
Oh, you mad at me? Oh, I can make it up. Come on, let me get some head. Like it was addiction.
yeah,
And I'm not saying addiction in the sense where it stopped my functionality, like textbook definition of addiction, but everything that I did and made moves that I made was rooted in that,
yeah,
you know. And once you was able to set that boundary and say, I don't have sex if we're not emotionally connected. And we don't have sex if we're not, on the same page intellectually, or
yeah,
we have some things that we need to talk about. We're not doing it. And I love sex. So when you telling me I'm not having sex because of that, I ain't cheating on you
yeah,
and I ain't doing all this and I still can have sex. What I'm doing. So again,
yeah,
sometimes you need that consequence, fellas,
yeah.
to
But
wake
it
up.
also
Yeah.
wasn't made to be that. I felt
Mm,
like as a woman, I went so long without having the opportunity to put up those boundaries sexually and say like, no, I don't want to do this just because I'm your partner.
mm,
Now it was just like, no, babe, let's challenge each other to be more than what it is. And for the fact of the matter is to not do it in fear of you cheating on me. If
mm.
that's what you're going to do
You're gonna
anyway,
do it anyway.
if
There you
my
go.
issue is that I feel like you cheating on me, but you don't want to own it, or I'm giving you sex just to keep you and you still stray, why did I go past my own
Boundary,
boundary?
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I would rather set it and feel good about it. And what will come will reveal to
Exactly.
me
Yep.
who this person is and what their capability in
Oh
this
Lord.
relationship
Let me
is.
tell y'all something. Nothing done in the dark.
And,
Everything that done in the dark gonna come to light.
you
I don't
know,
care how many times you try to hide it. The universe will reveal it. And when they do, it's gonna slap you dead in your damn face. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing but sit there and say,
yeah,
yep, that was me.
yeah,
And oh,
yeah,
it don't feel good. It
absolutely.
don't feel good at all.
And don't badger your partner about when they bring up old shit,
Yeah.
because it is hard to get over a place if you're still moving in the same direction.
Mm.
If you still back there and y'all done made a U-turn because of decision he
The
done
habits
made,
have not changed. Yes.
we're gonna stay
Yes.
right here. We're
Yeah.
we're right here. So
Yeah.
you keep saying you keep bringing up old shit
Yeah.
because you keep doing old
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's reminding me of the things that you keep doing. Yeah.
yeah,
And I think too, like for me, uh, you could be, you could learn a lesson. You could be good for, let's just say, a week, 2 weeks, maybe a
mm-hmm,
month, and then the universe will challenge you again with that same,
yep,
what I mean, situation to
yep,
see if you how you gonna respond. And boom, there you go. The habit hasn't died.
mm-hmm,
And that's me. I'm stubborn. I just kept having to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. And every time I was trying to learn these lessons, I kept crumbling and hurting and put my wife in a position where she didn't deserve to be.
mm-hmm,
Um, and it was at the point where I was like, I know that I don't deserve you.
yeah.
Like, that's just real.
And you deserve me, right? You just didn't need to treat me that way.
Well, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
because there was nothing
Yeah.
about your truth, your humanness that I wasn't able to see in myself. I
Hmm.
always tell you we the same person.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
when I say, "Oh, if it's good enough for you to do," you just don't want me to do that shit. So that's why you hide it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? You don't want that reflection cuz you know how it would feel.
Mm,
But when you ain't got to take ownership of it, it can
mm.
say that I ain't do that. I don't know
And
what you
not
talking.
even that. It's the fact that my intentions are not to go there and be all the way with someone,
Yeah.
but I know when women do their thing, they gonna do it, and
Yeah.
they ain't gonna apologize. They ain't gonna hide. It's gonna be full front. There it is, and you just got to eat that. And I'm like, I'm not willing to. feel
Yeah.
feel none of that. And again, I'm grateful. I'm grateful
Same.
for you holding my foot to the fire,
Absolutely.
and you saying I'm worth more.
Yeah.
And if you can't give me more, not that I don't love you, but if you can't give me more, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But let me go find a person that's for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love you in whatever capacity that needs to be. We'll adjust. So like I'm just not bigger than the
Three, two, one, zero.
program. And
And
so
she ain't going nowhere. Just to let y'all know. I just had to
I ain't
make sure I
going to
look at the
motherfucker,
camera.
you
Okay. Yeah,
know,
we have our ups and our downs. We
we
have more
just
ups and
started
our
having
downs.
downs.
Okay.
We just started having
This
downs.
ain't no
So
invitation. Because what I do know is this: it's men out there that's willing to pray for my wife.
yeah.
It's men that's willing to set up business meetings and pretend like they interested and come on the motherfucking podcast and they just want to look at my wife's face and hear her voice. You know what I'm saying? It's men out there that want what you have.
Yeah.
And if I keep slipping up and allowing these mistakes to happen, uh I'm gonna lose the best thing that ever happened to me, and that ain't happening.
But that's the same.
Yeah,
We are a very attractive couple. That is not to be
yeah.
questioned. I think we get positioned in threesomes and foursomes and all the other things. What I will say is that emotionally, what investment are you having in me? How are
Hmm.
you going to evolve me as a person? And I think one of the great things about us is that we challenge each other and we hold each other to not only a standard, but we also have a way of rehabilitating each other when we are broken and
Mm.
we healed. And you can't find that everywhere because I do know it's hoes
Mm.
that want my position and they want to see my
They
nigga.
ain't getting
And regardless, try my mind.
it.
Cause you did try my mind.
Okay,
You
all
never
right.
did it in my face.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what Beyonce
See,
say?
He walked all over lately. I'd rather be crazy.
Crazy.
and failed.
Okay, but no, either here. Let's give y'all
Yes, come on.
a little things that y'all can do, callers. I think it's so important, babe. I feel like we have so many uh promos that we need to talk about for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, let's talk about this bath bomb that he got to experience on 420. We had a chance to make a connection in Chicago, and Queen a brand that came across our desk, and we were just so thankful and so honored to be able to be in partnership with them. They have the
Shout
cutest packaging and branding. Some Kush Queen right here.
shout out to my boy Javi.
Yeah, doing it, killing it. Okay. With the kings and queens of hearts, they gave you things for sleep,
Mm-hmm.
relaxation,
Relaxation. Oh my god.
just all the things. Like, baby, when I found out they even had a lube, it was just like,
Oh, we got to definitely get the
yeah,
lube.
let's go ahead
I
and
see what's
relax.
giving. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I love this product. I am 420 friendly. It's a part of my daily routine, my medication regimen, if you
Yes.
will. Definitely better than the opioid they be trying to give. Anyways, we gonna
Mhm.
talk about that another time. Um, but yes, I remember I was having a rough day, and normally I don't take baths because I just OCD. I'm like, oh, you just sitting in your own filth. But no, this was definitely highly recommend. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Yes.
It smelled amazing. Um, I definitely was relaxed. It didn't take time for the TAC to start settling in. I was literally in the bathtub, like making my own songs. I had my candles lit.
You wasn't his vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was definitely vibing. It was definitely something that I would recommend. And yeah, so make sure y'all check it out. Kush Queen, uh, Bath Bombs, TAC. How much TAC you got in here? Let me see. How much yours got in there, baby? I think it
Uh,
was like 20. There you go, right there. So it's 25 milligrams of THC and 25 milligrams of CBD.
yeah, and the
Yeah,
one I
yeah.
got a lavender, orange. It got some good scents in here. If you a scent
Mm-hmm.
girly, you won't be dissatisfied.
What's the
But
opposite of girly? Boy? No,
yeah,
it's not.
I mean, just if you're a aroma person,
Yeah,
if you
yeah, no,
like
for real.
scents and aromas, this is where it's at. Get you one. Um, cause I'm just seeing this industry just taking it by storm. But this
Mm-hmm.
packaging right here, like, you know how I'm attracted to
Yeah,
details.
yeah, yeah. And
They
they got
they
some more products coming up. So y'all make sure y'all check us out. Check them out and check them out. They're gonna be on our episode
yeah.
coming soon.
Absolutely. And so, y'all, if to all the listeners that are listening, one of the things we want to challenge y'all here is with your persons or persons, it is important for you to ask yourself, what did you holding back?
Mm,
What truth are you not telling?
mm,
Because if that's your person and you want to show up fully, you don't want to be limited to the possibility of where y'all could grow together. You really have to start sharing your truth with your person.
yes, absolutely. And if you don't know what your truth is, there's always, places and other resources that you can, reach out to, whether that's through therapy, whether
Mhm.
you decide to journal, the gym,
Yep.
all those things, self-help books, but seek the knowledge.
Yeah.
Seek the knowledge. If you really want to change, there's answers out there. You got to seek it, and it's normally within you, but you got to reach down deep and get it
Yeah.
because it's there.
Absolutely. So this has been the Mouthy's podcast,
Yeah, where life gets loud
and healing gets real,
and we talk our talk.
so you can walk your walk. Till next time,
Stay
stay mouthy.
mouthy.
Miss Mouthy in the mirror, lips glossed in gold. Truth on the tongue, stories never told. Mr. Mouthy got the bass, velvet in his tone. They speak in rhythm, make the silence moan.